Are you clever enough to unravel the mystery of Clu Clu Land? The evil sea urchin has hidden all the gold in Clu Clu Land in an underground mystery maze. It's up to you to find the gold before time runs out. But beware, the sea urchin will do everything in his power to stop you. He'll set up traps to trick you, like inviting you into his house where you'll be swallowed alive, or bounce you against the rubber trap and land you flat on your back. But if you, or you and a friend, can control the sea urchin by stunning him with electric shockwaves, you just might find out where he's hidden the gold, and move on to an exciting bonus round. How awesome is that? This is Clu Clu Land from Nintendo in 1985. An interesting little puzzle game that is kind of difficult to get a hand on. In Clu Clu Land, we play as a bubblefish named Bubbles, or Rupee, in the original Japanese version, who swims around a maze trying to uncover all the golden gems. Clu Clu Land's story starts with a type of sea urchin, the Unira, stealing all the treasures from the underwater kingdom. Bubbles, the hero, sets out to retrieve it. The object is to uncover all the golden bars called ingots in each stage while avoiding the Unira and black holes. Ingots usually form an outline of something, such as a heart or a mushroom. The only way Bubbles can turn around to change directions is by means of using turning posts located throughout the stages. Bubbles can stun the Unira by using a sound wave. When they're stunned, Bubbles can push them into the wall to get rid of them and receive points. If Bubbles is hurt by Unira, she will lose a life. Life is also lost when Bubbles falls into a black hole or when time runs out. This only happens if Bubbles hasn't moved. If Bubbles moves and time runs out, the game is over. The game also ends if Bubbles has lost all her lives. In later levels, the players have to pass over the ingots twice to uncover them, and passing over them in the later levels will rebury them. An expanded version is known as Versus Clu Clu Land. It was released for the coin-op Nintendo Versus system. It contained twice as many puzzles, a new enemy boss, different level themes, and some other adjusted features as well. A port of this version was released for the Famicom, making it the last game to be released for the system. This release, called Clu Clu Land D, however, its title screen actually refers to it as Clu Clu Land, Welcome to New Clu Clu Land. It contains a few minor enhancements such as difficulty selection. Both the NES and FDS versions are unlockable in Animal Crossing. In 2001, the game was ported to Sharp's Zerus series of PDAs. Bubbles appears as a trophy in Smash Bros. Melee, and Clu Clu Land NES music, as well as the Unira enemy, appear in its sequel, Brawl. She also reappears again as the last secret character in the Game Boy Advance game DK King of Swing, which was inspired by, if not somewhat, a remake of Clu Clu Land. There is also a Clu Clu Land remake microgame in WarioWare Smooth Moves for the Wii, as well as a Clu Clu Land Spintendo microgame in WarioWare Twisted. The Rupee from the Legend of Zelda series, was modeled after the ingot sprite from Clu Clu Land, and the recurring Dig Dogger enemy is also said to be a massive Unira. Though Clu Clu Land is the official English name for the game, Clu Clu Land is also a romanization of Kuru Kuru, a Japanese onomatopoeia word that refers to something going around and around. In order for Bubbles to move around the mazes, she must grab onto poles with her hands. While she holds onto a pole without letting go, she spins around and around. Hence, this game could also be called Kuru Kuru Land. The same phrase is also the basis for the title of the Game Boy Advance game, Kuru Kuru Kururin. There you go. This was actually kind of a fun game, but it did take some getting used to. The timing on when Bubbles will grab the pins is a little goofy, and it's kind of hard. The direction you're facing, you hit the corresponding button to your right and left hand to extend a hand to grab the pin. Pretty much if you're going up, right is your right hand. If you're going down, right is your left hand. So that makes it a little tricky. It was kind of fun though, but it is hard. This may end up being a challenge at the website someday, so start practicing.